Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm back on the Nova again today. I'm going to try to get a few more things wrapped up to get us a little bit closer to the wiring. So I got the dash and everything all painted in it. It turned out really well. I know it might seem a little counterintuitive to paint the dash and stuff like that when the rest of it needs to be done, but I wanted to get the dash and stuff like that painted so I could get all the wiring in that done, so I didn't have to go back and re-tear all the wiring and stuff like that back out. We also got the floors and everything all epoxy coated and seam sealed, so those are all done. So what I got left now to do is the dash pad. So this is my dash pad. This is a new one. The original one was a red one in the car because I had a red interior in my car, and it had a bunch of cracks and stuff like that from, obviously years of abuse and, 16-year-olds punching the dash. So I got this dash from a parts car that I bought, which is near mint condition. There's no cracks or anything like that. It's just a little dirty. So obviously I changed my interior over to black. So we'll have a completely black interior and triple black car basically. So I need to get this painted. So we're going to go through the process of getting this thing all cleaned up and getting it painted so we can get it put in the car and not be blue. All right, guys. So basically what we have here now is a mess in a bucket because it's going to make a mess all over the damn floor. But we got Dawn dish soap. I want something to just kind of degrease this a little bit. Obviously, with dash pads, over the years, everybody Armor Alls them, does all that stuff or whatever. You get all kinds of greases and oils from touching them, stuff like that. So that's going to be the main step right now. I just want to go through and try to get as much of the degreaser or the grease and stuff like that off it as I can. So that'll be kind of the first step to this. There's going to be a couple different steps, so make sure you guys stick around. All we're doing is it's got a pretty aggressive scrubber here, and we're just going to go through that way we can try to get in. I mean, obviously we have all these little indentations and stuff like that, so we just want to make sure we can get into all of these really well. And this is warm too, so all right, we're going to go ahead and try to wipe off some of this excess. Because if it dries on there, then, pretty much everything you just tried to scrub off is still on there. All right, that turned out pretty well for a blue dash. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my water out to some hot warm water, and then we're going to do the next step. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I rinsed the bucket out. This is just clean warm water. I have a gray Scotch-Brite, which is kind of the lowest of the Scotch-Brites. We're going to be going over there to put a little bit of tooth into this, and it'll still also try to get into some of these little cracks and crevices if we didn't get everything out. We want to try to get, the reason I went with the clean water is we want to try to get some of the soap off and stuff like that just to make sure. We're going to probably do this a couple times. We'll probably do it this way, and then we're probably going to go back over and make sure we wipe it off a couple times before we do our final stuff. These are the steps. It's not the painting that's really hard, it's the prep, because if you get anything of the oils or greases and stuff like that off of this, if you don't get it off, it's going to leave fish eyes all over and stuff like that, and then you're just going to be pissed off of yourself because you didn't go through and do a little bit more work of cleaning or whatever. So we'll start with this, and we'll keep moving on. This is a brand new one. I haven't used it for anything, so it should be fairly clean. So actually, I think I'm going to cut this in half. Okay, we got a good scrub down on that, and we were still obviously getting a bunch of stuff off of it, so that's good. So I'm going to go change my water again. We're going to go on to the next step. Okay, clean water again, warm water. I know it seems a little redundant to keep changing the water and all that stuff, but just like washing your car, if it's dirty water, all you're doing is putting dirty water back on it. So we're trying to get this thing as clean as we can get it. So clean rag, and we're going to basically wring this out and just try to finish doing a good wipe. All right, that's looking pretty good. Move on to the next step. Okay, so a little bit of a different setup. We got everything all out of our way. We're going to go through, make sure that this is kind of dried off all the way. Now I have this sitting up on some blocks, so it's going to move around a little bit, but I want to make sure that we put it up on blocks, because when we paint this, if it's sitting down on my stands here, it's going to create, obviously spots that you're not going to see. So, and with it sitting down here, that's going to be the first thing you're going to see when you look into the front windshield. So we don't want that. So go through, make sure you try to give it a good wipe down to try to dry it off as much as you can. I mean, you want it dry, of course. Obviously, I switched over to gloves, because we don't want any of the oils and stuff like that from our hands back on our clean surface. Okay, so we're going to get ourselves another clean rag. So we're going to go over it with, I'm going to go over it with some acetone, but you guys can use the isopropyl alcohol. If you're going to use the acetone, you can't put bunches of this on there, because it's just going to eat the dash up. So you want to make sure nice easy streaks on it. Don't just pour it on there and let it sit. Wipe it down, get it off there, and you'll be fine. Isopropyl alcohol, you're a little bit more forgiving with that to get it clean, or as far as letting it sit on there, but I want to use the acetone. You guys can use whatever you want. Again, make sure you're getting in these little cracks or these little grooves and stuff. Those are going to be the spots that you're going to, it's not going to, the paint isn't going to adhere to, because you didn't get it clean. So make sure you take your time with that stuff. And see, obviously with the acetone, you're getting a little bit of that off there. The color of the dye and stuff like that. You might get a little bit of that with the alcohol, but just, like I said, be aware of that when you, if you use the acetone. All right, it looks really good and clean. It's got a nice dull finish to it, which is probably from doing the Scotch-Brite and stuff like that on it. So it's looking really good. Another thing is too, is make sure you guys are using like a microfiber or something like that. Like if you use some of the blue towels and stuff like that, those will leave fibers on there. Since this is actually a, it's got grain. It's got like a grain in this, so that will trap fibers and stuff like that. So then you're just going to end up with them in your paint, just like if you used to do a car or something like that. So use some kind of microfiber or something lint-free, basically, so that way you're not leaving any particles all over it when you do it. So, and you can go over this back with if you want to go over this with a tack rag afterwards or whatever you can. I'm not going to. I feel confident that this is pretty good, so we'll move on. All right, so this is what we're using, is the Duplicolor vinyl and fabric. I got mine in a flat black. I didn't really want to go with the gloss black. Pretty much everything on my car is gloss, and in my opinion, when the interiors are like that, really, like say gloss black or gloss red, them gloss colors, it looks fake. It doesn't look more natural, like the car would have came that way from the factory. So I'm trying to, you know, I don't want it to look over the top. It's a vinyl dash. It doesn't need to be necessarily glossy, shiny. So plus some of the reviews that I had looked at on this, this actually comes out to a little bit more of a, maybe an upper satin. So that's what I'm hoping for. We're going to end up doing our door panels, our console, and our dash bezel here in the same black. So, but right now this is what we're doing. So get this shook up and we'll go from there. Okay, so some of the short instructions on this. Basically what we're going to do is really light coats. We're going to do multiple light coats. This says to obviously go through degrease everything, which we did. Ideal conditions are 55 to 75 degrees and less than 60% humidity. So it is currently 60 degrees here in Michigan and raining outside. So, oh well. I shut the door. I warmed it up in here just a little bit, turned the heater on, just to try to, you know, make sure this is good and dry. A little bit of heat in here ain't gonna hurt anything. So we'll get started on that. If this is a used can, make sure you kind of go over and get anything off of the end of your tip here. Clean it with some lacquer thinner, something like that. That way when you spray it doesn't glob on you on a nice even pattern. So. Now I'm staying away from it a little bit. I don't want to gob this on. I just want a nice mist coat on there. All right, that looks pretty good. We'll let that flash off for probably 5 minutes or so. You can already kind of see where it's a little glossy where it's wet and the dullness when it dries. So we'll try to wait till we get most of it all in the where it's flat looking, and we'll start throwing the coats on it. All right, guys, everything's all dried. What was that, 4 or 5 coats we put on it? I don't remember. 100% happy with the results. I know here. So it dried to a nice, you know, finish. I'm very happy with it. I am glad actually I didn't go with the gloss. The matte, or the matte that it says it is actually way closer to like a factory finish color. So very happy with it. It pops really good, so I'm very happy with it. No bubbling whatsoever. The stuff laid on very well. Very happy with that, the Duplicolor stuff. So that puts us one step closer to getting the wiring and stuff like that done. So, all right, guys, that's going to do it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I hope you guys got something out of that. If you did, make sure you guys go down there and hit that like button. And while you're there, consider subscribing. So we'll catch you next time back here on Factory Rack Garage. Later.